Today was day one of the Funkoween reveals, which are the Funko products that will be coming out in the fall, with a lot of them having a spooky kind of feel. Hence, Funkoween. And I gotta say, it was a pretty mixed trick-or-treat bag, but it started out very, very strong. With the Jujutsu Kaisen Pops. I'm probably saying that wrong. One of the virgins can correct me in the comments. I haven't seen this anime, but I am aware of it because I have social media, and I have seen these characters all over the place. I just personally haven't been watching too much new anime, but I have to say that these pops all came out pretty good. These are the commons on the left, but it appears that each one of them have exclusives. So if you want to collect this line, do plan accordingly before you commit to all the commons if you like some of these exclusives better. And there will probably be more. If this doesn't get a second and a third wave, I will be very surprised. And a lot of the times, I do think that the commons look better than the exclusives. But in this case, just going on design alone, and just, how cool they look to me, I do feel like a lot of these exclusives are better than the commons. But a few of these commons are different enough to where having both of them is justifiable. Like this pink-haired guy sitting on, I don't know what that is really, but it looks like a bunch of dead creatures or something made of stone. Whatever that is, it looks cool. But I do hope that that is just in a regular pop box. It looks like it might fit, because if it's deluxe, it's going to be, a lot more expensive for just a gray piece of plastic. But overall, I think this initial reveal of these pops is very strong, and I think fans of this anime will be happy with this. And these exclusives will be sought after. They're also making Sonic the Werehog, and the design is cool, but it really should have been flocked. They've made the other characters flocked, except for Silver, but he has a glow-in-the-dark variant, and I think that's appropriate for that one. I would want to have a glow-in-the-dark variant of that one. But this one is Were Sonic. Should be flocked to go with the other flocked pops in this set. Wouldn't be surprised if they do put out another flocked one in the future with this exact same mold. And since this is a Hot Topic exclusive, it will probably be very available for a while. So keep that in mind if you're thinking about your Funko budget. They're making Sam again. The original has become very expensive. So this is nice for the people that missed out on that one. But the Funko exclusive looks very close to the one they already made. The only difference really is that they made the body look less like the old school pops. The legs aren't like bow-legged. And the sculpting overall is just a little better. But it's essentially the same pop. Wish they would have done a little bit more to make it different. And that's the only thing I would criticize about these ones, because they do look good. They look like the character. It just feels like more of the same. Now, something a little bit cooler from the trick-or-treat line are the Loungefly bags. Obviously, these aren't the finished product, but I like the design of them. And how cool would it be to go trick-or-treating, and instead of having like a pillowcase, you can have this backpack to put your candy in. Now, I really like these Sally Face pops. Haven't played the game, but I like how they look. And I like that it's from a more niche property, with maybe not a big fan base, but a dedicated fan base. It reminds me of when they made Bendy and the Ink Machine pops. Something unexpected, but different and original at least. Not just the same characters again. And these are all commons, so they shouldn't be hard to get, but I don't imagine them being available for too long. So if you're a fan of this, I wouldn't sleep on these. And talking about more of the same, it seems like every year they put out Hocus Pocus pops, and they all look the same kinda. Except for this time, they're on a black base with microphones, cause it's a movie moment, but to me, it just looks like the same 3 pops, just lined up in a row in a bigger box. Whoop-de-doo. And they're also making a Hocus Pocus generic card game. And honestly, I would rather do anything else with my friends and family than play one of these card games. They're also making some more pop pins from The Nightmare Before Christmas, and I'm pretty surprised that the pins have lasted this long. I imagine these are hard to display out of the box, or in the box really, just hard to display in general, like if you have more than one. And I don't like that it's the exact same designs as the Funko Pops. It's not like they can just reuse a mold to save money, they still have to make these. So it would have been cool if they would have switched the designs up a little bit, so they're not exactly the same as the Funko Pops. Yeah, I understand they're pop pins, and you want to keep the same style, but they don't have to look exactly the same, like pose-wise. But I will say that I like that they're just making them glow in the dark without them being an exclusive somewhere. I like that they're mixing the mediums here, like Zero's head glows in the dark, and his body is going to have faux leather on it. That's very nice. Same thing with Oogie Boogie, he's going to have a faux leather for the body. And the chase for him is nice. It's completely filled in with glow-in-the-dark green. So design-wise, to me they're not the best, but the execution and the quality of these seem to be very nice. Also, a couple of pop pins for the Bride of Chucky. And it seems like Chucky isn't going to glow or anything, but the bride, what was her name? Tiffany? She will glow in the dark. And they actually fixed what I thought was terrible about the pop. They got rid of that gray strip in the middle of her hair, and it does look better. And similar to the Nightmare Before Christmas pins, the Gremlins pins are also done very nice with glow-in-the-dark elements, and the common Gizmo is going to have faux suede. I'm not really a fan of this property, but these do look very good. And Funko is finally making Leprechaun. I know people have been wanting this for a long time. I'm not going to get any. I saw the first couple of Leprechaun movies a long time ago when I was a teenager. They're pure comedy movies, but the character itself really lends itself to a pop form. I mean, he kind of looks like a pop, not going to lie. I do wish the faces had more texture though. They seem to have made them a little too smooth, but that's a small nitpick because I think people that have been wanting these for years should be happy with these. Instantly recognizable, right? This guy does not have to be in the package to know exactly what this is. The Amazon exclusive should be very easy to get. FYE though, who knows? Hard to tell how popular this is going to be. And it is a little bit of a gamble with them when it comes to shipping. I've gotten a lot of damaged pops from FYE in the past. And lastly, a very underwhelming Hannibal Lecter from The Silence of the Lambs. I definitely think this is going to be a shelf warmer. I won't be surprised if you can get this eventually for like $6 somewhere. Very boring. If it didn't say Silence of the Lambs, it probably wouldn't register as Hannibal Lecter to me right away. It would take me a minute. If anything, if they were going to make another Hannibal Lecter, I would have preferred them to remake the one where he's strapped to the hand truck wearing the famous mask. Because that original pop is okay, but it definitely has a lot of room for improvement because it is older, and with some of the new designers and techniques that Funko is doing nowadays, they could really make that pop a lot nicer than the original. Honestly, they should have just made Clarice, or better yet, Buffalo Bill. But instead they did this, and it's just boring. I just don't see this one selling like hotcakes and fava beans. Alright guys, those were my thoughts on the day one reveals of Funkoween. Obviously the Jujutsu Kaisen pops were the showstopper today. I'm glad that they put them out first and not jerked everybody around for a few days. And they do look excellent. But the rest to me, nothing too exciting, even though a couple of small fan bases will probably be happy anyway. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching and take it easy.